You're listening to the AK Mindset. Please beware of spoilers for shows such as One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, and others. If you're not caught up with the manga yet, we advise you to listen carefully, and we hope you enjoy the show.
The AK Mindset.
I do feel that long-running animes, it has that kind of, rewatchability, because it's not as in rewatching the whole thing, rewatching arcs. So like long-running animes, there's go-to moments where I have to rewatch that. There was a couple episodes I have to rewatch that. So that kind of might have driven up the Black Clover and the long-running anime stuff. Because when it comes to short animes, I don't think I'm going to frequently I don't frequently go back and say, let me rewatch that. Even with,
especially when it's a new season.
Exactly. So like Odd Taxi, I just finished that, but I don't think it'll be a while before I even think, let me experience that again. But with a long-running anime, it seems so much more convenient or easier because you understand the bigger story and bigger picture. And maybe I just want to watch the pain arc in Naruto. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe I just want to go back and see the entrance exams. There's something that is...
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? It's just something that's so easy in that aspect and doesn't have that with short animes, because you don't go through those like 3-4 episodes and be like, I'm just gonna watch these 3-4 episodes. No, you kind of have to watch the whole thing. But with long-term animes, I feel like you do.
I don't, because like with Kill la Kill, I can go back and watch, like, I can fast forward to like when they return to the school after they've gone on their campaign trying to conquer the regions in Japan, and they come back and they confront the mom. I can go back and watch that, and I can go and jump to when Ryoku's taking on the elite four, the student council. I think with the shorter seasons, they split up into smaller chunks as well. It just depends how invested you are in the series, I feel, because you mentioned Odd Taxi. That's something that I think has quite high rewatchability because of the mystery and because of, if you know what the whole story, you can kind of like try and pay more attention to specific things that you might not have noticed, or certain things that might have been more that will be more overt now because you know the whole story, and you can like go to a specific episode and look, because each episode was kind of its own, I guess, story in its way, and it was just connecting to the big climax.
That's true, but I feel like there's another aspect of it when it comes to, because I feel like one of my favorite animes of all time is Attack on Titan, and I have not gone back to rewatch that because I'm just keep waiting for the next season. I think short animes that have the next season, I think is a lot more harder to rewatch.
Yeah, because I agree with that. It feels like it's less. I don't know what it is, but there's something about going back to it. It's like,
especially when I'm expecting the next season, it's like, you know what? Let me do a quick recap, but I'm not watching from episode 1 to episode 24 again of any season just to wait for the next season, if that makes sense. But it might be different for everyone.
So I don't know. I guess it is, because I could rewatch like Toradora. That's got mad rewatchability for me. Like, I can
but
rewatch.
That's one season though. That's what I'm saying. I think if you have multiple seasons, it becomes a lot more harder.
Fruits Baskets, I can rewatch that as well, and that's got 3 seasons.
But that's your favorite though. That's your favorite.
Now you're making excuses. I can keep reeling them off. What's it? Chihaya Faru. I can watch that one.
I can't even get past the first episode for that one. So maybe. But for me personally, I feel like for Haikyuu, manga yes, but I can't rewatch the first season again.
Really?
I'm waiting for the next season to come out.
You don't go back and rewatch Karasuno versus Alba Joyside 2. Like, I rewatched that match in the anime.
I watched highlights.
You watch highlights? That's all.
I read the manga because I'm a manga person, so maybe that's different for me. I just read the manga because what we watch an anime, especially when I know when the next season is coming, I feel like let me just like, okay, go through what happened, let me watch highlights, then. That's why there's for Attack on Titan, there's like a Chronicle stuff. There's like a 2-hour kind of movie thing that did like a recap. So like I watched that instead of like rewatching season 1, 2, or 3 to catch up to season 4. I think it's a lot harder. But Toradora, I've watched that like 5 times already. but that's because it's one season and it's so good I can rewatch it again. But Attack on Titan, I've not rewatched any season yet, so it might be different. I still think like seasonal, the ones that have like another season, I think it's a lot harder. But if just one season of one season of the anime, I think it's a lot easier to rewatch. But for long-running anime, like he said, especially when it comes to arcs, because sometimes like, you know what, I don't watch Thriller Bark today.
On repeat.
I watch it. I want to watch Marineford today, and I can watch Marineford like 6-7 times and watch it. But Attack on Titan, and I'm using Attack on Titan because that's my favorite. Well, at this moment, that's my favorite anime. Mm-hmm. Like I rather like maybe like read the manga and stuff, like rewatch the first season again, or like watch somebody else like react to it. I rather do that because okay, let me see how he's experiencing this episode or how he's experiencing that moment. Or rewatching it, I find it a lot more difficult personally, but now I know it's a lot different for people because I thought that was how it is for everyone.
I thought that's what I was consuming. I thought the same. I was like, this must be how everybody. I don't know why man was being ignorant like that.
Same.
I wouldn't say it's ignorant. It's just like I'll do this, and then you kind of assume that everyone else does as well. Like, obviously, everyone does things in their own way, but that's why it's good to talk with each other.
Talk about it. Yeah. But it's interesting that some people can do that because I can't do it.
Well, you're always talking to me about, how do you remember this character and this episode?
That's how he does it.
Because I've rewatched it, and then I know, like, I've gone to this specific episode, that specific time, and I know, like, okay, this is when this happens because I've seen it so many times. That's why I've rewatched Diamond or Ace. I've gone back to specific matches and I've just rewatched the match.
My mind is blown right now. It all makes sense. It's all coming together. Oh my days.
It makes a lot of sense. But I feel like I do that for Toradora, like rewatch, but the specific episodes, I still can't get it because I've watched Toradora 5 times now, and that ability you have, I still think is a bit mad.
I don't know, maybe it's just the things that stand out. I think one day you might find one show that you can do it for, and then you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
To be honest, for me, it might be a Diamond No Ace thing because I'm just about to finish Act 2, which took me more than a year. I have 4 episodes left. Took me more than a year. That is, 52 episodes? But I'm going to go back to Act 1 to rewatch it because it's been so wavy. It's actually been so wavy.
I can't believe you don't rewatch the matches in Haikyuu, man. Like that. I mean, I know you like the manga, but like the anime captures, especially in the early seasons too. Like the anime captures a different, I guess, dynamic that the manga doesn't achieve for me personally.
That's true. Because I haven't really rewatched it. Like I only catch glimpses when my sisters are watching it, and it's like, oh, that's very good. But I feel like I'd rather, instead of like pointing like the exact chapter or the exact like episode, I can tell you how the battle happened from start to finish. I can give a pretty accurate understanding of how it went. But if I tell you, I can't tell you what episode that was, what chapter that was, because I've reread Haikyuu like twice now, and like from start to finish twice. I'm going to do it a third time for a Haikyuu video. I can tell you like, okay, in this, like one of my favorite match, Bokuto's team, I'm terrible with team names, Bokuto's team versus the top ace, the top 1 ace.
Oh yeah.
I can tell you what happened. That's one of my favorite matches. I can tell you what happened from like the very beginning to the end, the chess moves and stuff like that, the crazy like backhand spike. But say what chapter it was, I'm lost.
Like 330 to 340, something like that.
Jesus.
See, look at that.
Look at the quotes and that.
That's a rough estimate.
He built different. He actually built.
Oh yeah, different perspective. That's what I've learned again. For like 100 times, like people have a different perspective on different things. But yeah, I probably should be rewatching more. I think it's always hard, but I think I should give it more try, especially for my favorite animes like Haikyuu that has like different seasons. I think I should.
I think it's mad tough because of, like we said, the new format. Like the seasonal thing makes it so much harder for me to want to rewatch something because I know every season there's going to be at least 2 animes that I know I'm going to pick up. You know what I mean? Obviously, you have some down seasons where you're like, okay, there's not really much of interest, but that's majority of the time that still doesn't give you enough space in your life to pick up another anime or long run one or just a random old school classic that you know everybody has that list that they want to attack one day. They'll want to go through and watch all these animes and read these mangas. But you know, there's not enough time in this universe for you to actually get there. And I wish there was. I
think maybe I'm just being lazy. I can't lie. Maybe it's not just difficult. Maybe because I'm being lazy. Because I can't lie. My most rewatched anime of all time is Asogi Sobase. That's just because it's funny and I like laughing. And I've watched that like 10 times already. And that's because it's one season. So maybe I'm just giving excuses. I'm being lazy. I'm not watching like Haikyuu stuff. It's so much easier to read the manga instead of watching it. Because I collect manga as well. So it's like, I'm just going to pick up this volume and read it.
Yeah.
Instead of watching it. Because watching is always a lot harder. Like there's 20 minutes you have to watch one episode, but I can like finish a whole volume, which is like a season in one sitting. So I think it might be just be laziness. But I always find it harder to watch, like especially ones that are like more than 1 or 2 seasons. Like I'm just gonna read the manga. I'm just gonna watch highlights and like wait for the next season to come out. But I have no excuse for stuff that I've completed though. So once Haikyuu is completed in anime, maybe I'm just gonna like, do it from the beginning again.
Yeah.
Check it on, check it on.